This is a Sitting Ringside with David Penzer. Quick fix on Radio Influence.
Jinder Mahal against Brock Lesnar. I find that match very interesting for very, very many reasons. I would put Jinder over clean.
Whoa. Are you serious?
Sure. You're building him to be your superstar in India, which is your biggest market right now. See, people don't look at it as a business. People look at it as the guy has no charisma. He's not a great worker. I get that. And you know what? I'm not personally a big fan of Jinder Mahal. From an emotional standpoint, from a talent standpoint, I'd much rather seen Nakamura win the belt or AJ Styles has the belt. But this is a business. When you have a business where your new largest business center is India, and there's untapped money to be made there, you have to run with what's good for business. This is a public company. They have shareholders who they're emboldened to. It's not going to hurt Brock Lesnar. He doesn't give a crap. He will do anything they ask him to do as long as the shorter the better. We saw that with Goldberg, as long as he gets paid. So why not put him over? Why not put him over? Then they could have a title match in India in front of 100,000 people, and then Lesnar could beat him, or the non-title match. But these guys had to make a decision at some point. Are we going to make this act one of the hottest acts so that we can make money in the Indian market? And if they have made that decision, and it sure seems like they have because they've stuck with it a long time, then they have to stay the course. And I know fans in the U.S. and other places aren't going to like it. But the old saying, what's best for business, a lot of that was the heel characters of Triple H and Stephanie, but a lot of that was there's a lot of truth in that. You got to do what's best for business. And right now, what's best for business in your biggest market is to make Jinder Mahal a certified star.
Well, let me ask you this. You guys had a TNA version of India. And I don't know how much you were involved, with the business side of that or finding out how successful that project was. But did you guys feel at that point in time that, TNA wanted to reach out and be a part of India because of the same reasons that Vince is seeing interest in India from a business perspective, from a growth perspective? Just an untapped market? Was that what the thought process behind that was? Or?
I will tell you that there were many minds in the good minds in this business who wanted to base the entire, because India is our biggest market still to this day. India is our biggest market. They pay the most money for the rights to the TV for Impact Wrestling. So what I will tell you is that I've heard people that are smart, way smarter than I about the business, tell me that they went to the powers that be and begged them to basically base their entire business model around India, to make so that they could be the WWE in India before the WWE got there. Let the WWE have the rest of the world. Be the second, the B show or the C show in England and the B show or the C show in the US. But if you're the A show in India, you got a whole market there. You got a whole market there to build around. And for whatever reason, and I wasn't in those meetings, that plan was not taken. And there are people to this day, and I'm breaking news here, I guess, but there are people to this day who still think that if TNA would have, what they were called at the time, would have based their entire marketing around being the WWE of India, that they would be in fantastic shape right now as a wrestling alternative.
Sitting Ringside with David Penzer can be found on Apple Podcast, Stitcher, TuneIn Radio, Google Play, and RadioInfluence.com.